Good morning. Welcome to DHB, Devotion, Health, and Beauty, daily reflections, meditations, affirmations, and devotions read by me, Day. DAA are my initials. Walk with me on the recovery journey of hope, renewal, resilience, and self reflection. And remember that you are not alone. Fair use. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics' dysfunctional families. March 26th. Patience. However, the process of recovery takes time and patience. This is not easy. BRB, Big Red Book, page 72. Looking back to the first ACA meeting we went to, most of us remember the anguish, hopelessness, or turbulence we were experiencing. We never understood our addiction to excitement, but we knew our lives felt out of control and something had to change. We kept hoping the people in our lives would make the changes so we could experience instant relief, but that wasn't happening. As we began our recovery, we realized that change wasn't going to happen overnight and that it was okay to take it at our own pace. We learned that change takes patience, to keep coming back, to find a sponsor, to work through the steps, and to get to an understanding of how important forgiveness and love are. It can take time for us to allow ourselves to feel the calm of serenity. Some of us have said we pray for things to be boring. That's because we want to end our common love affair with the adrenaline that gets released through excitement and drama. But with patience, and yes, patience, we understand how valuable being in the present moment is. We get there by simply slowing down and trusting in our higher power. The affirmation reads, "On this day, I will be patient with my recovery process, acknowledging that I am giving myself a wonderful gift." Today, Emotions Anonymous, March 26. Reflection for today. As I look back over my life, I realize there were many times when I blew it. I was trying too hard and never quite made it. I finally realized that by myself and my own power, I could not accomplish what I needed to make me happy. Now I am learning to surrender to my higher power, recognizing my need for help and a program to really live a full life. I don't need to defend myself continuously because when I turn things over to my higher power, I am no longer responsible for the results, only for the efforts expended. Meditation for today. May I be receptive to the good you have in store for me this day and every day. Today I will remember my control led to unhappiness, so for today I will give my higher power a chance. Just for today, daily meditations for recovering addicts, March 26. Trusting a sponsor, worth the risk. In seeking a sponsor, most members look for someone they feel they can learn to trust, someone who seems compassionate. IP number 11, Sponsorship Revised. The idea of sponsorship may be new to us. We have spent many years without direction, relying only on self-interest, suspecting everyone, trusting no one. Now that we're learning to live in recovery, we find we need help. We can't do it alone anymore. We must take the risk of trusting another human being. Often the first person we take that risk with is our sponsor, someone we respect, someone we identify with, someone we have reason to trust. As we open up to our sponsor, a bond develops between us. We disclose our secrets and develop confidence in our sponsor's discretion. We share our concerns and learn to value our sponsor's experience. We share our pain and are met with empathy. We get to know one another, respect one another, love one another. The more we trust our sponsor, the more we learn to trust ourselves. Trust helps us move away from a life of fear, confusion, suspicion, and indirection. In the beginning, it feels risky to trust another addict, but that trust is the same principle we apply in our relationship with a higher power, risky or not. Our experience tells us we can't do without it, and the more we take the risk of trusting our sponsor, the more open we will feel about our lives. Just for today, I want to grow and change. I will risk trusting my sponsor and find the rewards of sharing. Courage to Change, One Day at a Time in Al Anon, March 26. Anything worth doing goes a slightly cockeyed version of the old saying, is worth doing badly. Perfectionism, procrastination, and paralysis are three of the worst effects of alcoholism upon my life. I have a tendency to spend my life waiting for the past to change. I want to spend the first 100 years of my life getting all the kinks ironed out and the next 100 years actually living. Such an inclination to avoid risks, to avoid doing anything badly, has prevented me from doing some of the things I enjoy the most, and it has kept me from the regular practice that produces progress. If I'm unwilling to perform a task badly, I can't expect to make progress toward learning to do it well. The only task that I can pretend to perform perfectly is the one that I have left entirely undone. Today's reminder: all Al Anon encourages me to take risks and to think of life not as a command performance, but as a continuing series of experiments from which I learn more about living. There is a quote by James Russell Lowell, and it reads, "All the beautiful sentiments in the world weigh less than a single lovely action." Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. March 26. The teaching is never over. Abandon yourself to God as you understand God. Admit your faults to Him and to your fellows. Clear away the wreckage of your past. Give freely of what you find and join us. We shall be with you in the fellowship of the Spirit, and you will surely meet some of us as you trudge the road of happy destiny. May God bless you and keep you until then. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 164. These words pump a lump in my throat each time I read them. In the beginning, it was because I felt, oh no, the teaching is over. Now I'm on my own. It will never be this new again. Today I feel deep affection for our AA pioneers when I read this passage, realizing that it sums up all of what I believe in and strive for, and that with God's blessing, the teaching is never over. I'm never on my own, and every day is brand new. Please share, even with those you believe are not in recovery. Like and subscribe. And most of all, be the you that you are created to be, one day at a time.